Hi, and welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our August special edition talking about the two character Chinese expressions today. And throughout August, I'm going to use the same character and pair it with another character to demonstrate to you how Chinese make meaning. We just use existing building blocks and create a new meaning. As soon as new concepts, new technology, Chinese just regenerate itself by reusing, repurposing its characters. Okay, so this lucky draw of the character is sheng. Its original meaning is life. And as you can see here, Google Translate can put all kinds of meanings translated or corresponding to this sheng character. But life is essential meaning because it means the plant growing on the soil. And that's, for agrarian society, probably nothing more exciting to see a plant growing in the soil. And that's the symbol or icon for life. Okay, so we have 生肖 today. 肖. We didn't exactly come across this 肖 in the past, but we come across 俏. And 俏 have this human figure on the left side. This is the human figure, right? And together, it means somebody aesthetically means pretty for Chinese. So at that time, I explained it as, okay, this is meat. So meat simply symbolizing physics or somebody's physical appearance. It's meat level, or in English expression is skin deep. Like visually, you can check out. That's how somebody's shaped. And then the top is character 小. And as you can see, 小 means small, also transfer the sound of small, 小, to 肖 in this character. So I would explain in that character that small meat person is a definition of a pretty, how things look, how people look pretty. Pretty people are small meat person. I mean, that sounds very rude in today's context, especially like a body shaming thing in social media. It's totally promoting a diverse of body shapes, right? So this very unified or uniformed, or just one way to look at human body shape, small meat as a definition of beauty, is totally unfair, right? But that's Chinese language culture. However, today I want to come up with a new theory because the thing come to the meaning of resemble. And I couldn't explain why small meat paired together would mean resemble. Doesn't make much sense to me. And I'm doing a little bit of retrofitting or reverse engineering because now we know 肖 means resemble. We have 肖像 means somebody's portrait. So it means to draw the lookalikes, reproduce the lookalikes of that person, right, onto a piece of drawing. That's portrait. And so this is 肖 means resemble, means look alike. And how can that come from small meat? I couldn't, make justice to that, a logic jump to that. So I would argue that the top, instead of meaning 小, actually have this splitting, this image of splitting into two, right? 小, when I talked about a 小 and the 大, big and small, these are relative terms. So big means combine something into two times its original size, and 小 means cut in half. This is the cutting in half motion. You see, the middle line, vertical line, is cut in half. That means half the size of something. Therefore, it's 小, right? But the half something into two pieces, we can take that not only as half its original size, but also it could be something split into two, almost in my mind come, to see this one thing split into two, almost like a cloning of somebody, right? So this meat simply means this physical being, like we can visually verify that's somebody. And then this person split into half. Doesn't mean I split, like physically split into half, but have this cloning of that person again, like somebody look, almost like this mirror image, like this two sides on the side of this middle vertical line, this two sides are looking the same, right? And then that's the image from this small, originally it means small, pass on to me. I read it differently now. I read it as exact copy of the two things on each side of this. So this vertical line simply gives you an interface or a way to imagine, to compare, like split, separate the two, like this two. Now you see they are looking similar. So that's my other, like a new understanding of why it means resemble. Resembling here just means physically, visually, we can see they are the cloning of each other. Okay, so life resemble. 生肖 actually is a Chinese expression for Chinese zodiac signs. So Chinese zodiac signs, we have 12 animals, each one corresponding to a year. So everybody was born into a year. I'm not going to tell you which year I was born into because otherwise you can easily figure out my age. But that's what a lot of Chinese people do. Instead of asking you directly your age, they will ask you what sign you were on. And through that kind of tell your behavior, just like a zodiac reading in English, right? By relating a person to the star, to the month I was born into. So here, Chinese is associating a person to the year he or she was born into. This kind of relationship building is very dubious. It's not validated, but people like to make up stories, and people, like our brains, naturally want to group things. It's just too unmanageable if we cannot categorize things. So I have to, come up with this 12. I guess 12 is a good enough, finer enough cut to cut the population into 12 groups, right? Either by the Western zodiac sign or by the Chinese 12 animal zodiac sign. Each is its own culture's effort to group people into 12 groups so that each group, you can sort of attach a certain attribute to them. Therefore, when you meet that person, you have some pre-information to process, right? Instead of just meeting with an open mind, we already kind of try to sterilize, try to gather as much information about them before actually meet them, right? So this zodiac sign, we have Shu. Okay, let me recite to you the Chinese way. I only learned this maybe when I was 10 years old. Every Chinese kid somehow in their school will come across, and each zodiac sign here would attach to a year in Chinese, and each year in Chinese are going to match to a particular 天干地支, another system to classify things. So 子鼠丑牛寅虎卯兔. So this is 子丑寅卯. All these are the year icons or year labels, and it happened to be this animal year as well. Okay, and 辰龙巳蛇午马未羊申猴酉鸡戌狗亥猪. Took me some time to memorize everything, but I got it. Once I got it, it's a lifetime. So now I can recite to you. Each of them are matching to a Chinese year. And so it's like 12 years a cycle. And each year, people born into each year are given a certain set of treats. And we know that's all, cultural effort to group things. So that's Chinese 生肖. Cash into the kind of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another